remember, just because you're doing a lot more doesn't mean you're getting a lot more done. Don't confuse movement with progress. So continue to strive, continue to have goals, continue to progress. Number 3, I don't care how much money you make, you can't take it with you. And it's not how much you have.
It's what you do with what you have. Too many people, too many of us, you feel me? Can't be a hypocrite. Can't be a goddamn hypocrite. Too many of us, we wait, man. We wait too often we wait. We wait until we feel that we are ready to do what we wish to do, which could probably be done in the now, but we leave it always for later. Damn, yo. Life, right? We can fuck up. It is so easy to mess up. It is so easy to miss an opportunity by thinking that we have more time. Like, hey, time is eternal, but these bodies are not. You feel me? The spirit will forever live, but these bodies do not. These bodies have all come with an expiration date. And if we do not utilize the time that we have been gifted with to bring forth value to those around us, if we do not utilize that time wisely, it will run out. And because we most likely will not be taking correct action to in a way compensate for that wasted time, we in a way run out of chances of opportunity. We run out of luck. And when we run out of luck, when we run out of chances and opportunity, bad things happen to us. We set into depression, anxiety, stress. We set into unhealthy thought processes and eventually actions. And eventually those actions become habits. And eventually those habits, they lead us into places that we were never meant to be, but which we ended up at because we never did what we were supposed to do, what we were meant to do, and we wasted our time unwisely.
And just before you got to the meat, the chain with
Yo, check it. We back in here, right? It's probably like, yo, I seen this dude with that red tie almost every time. Let me tell y'all something. I only got one red tie. I only got one tie. And I got it red. Maybe because of my ego. You feel me? I've always liked the color red. Always. It's not my favorite color, but it's a badass color. You feel me? It's like black. When you're trying to act hard, you know what you put on? You put on red or black. So when I got the red tie, I was like, yo, I look like a badass if I go to this shit. Mind you, I don't dress up because I'm a sweat top and bottom type of guy. But I'm learning, you feel me? Since this year, beginning to switch my mindset, you feel me? And understanding that to make big moves, I gotta think big, you feel me? I got this shit from this book. It's called The Magic of Thinking Big, right? Or The Magic of Big Thinking. One of the two, but in that book it said, man, and it hit me like a motherfucking ton of bricks. It was like, yo, people judge based on appearances, you feel me? And obviously we know that, you get me? We know that. But the way that it broke it down, it was like, it was talking about some like, yo, you feel me? How you dress is how you feel. And I often dress sweat top and bottom because at the end of the day, regardless of all the things that I end up doing in my life, you feel me, 10, 20, 30 years in the future, I always see myself as an athlete, you feel me? So I always dress up like an athlete. But this book was like, what you wear, basically, you feel me, people will judge you on that. But not only will other people judge you based on your appearance, but you yourself will judge yourself based on your appearance, right? And the example that it brought up, it was perfect. It was like, yo, when you're going on a date with that honey, you feel me, that you've been checking out for however long, or some like, you know, little something that you picked up on the side and you just want to like impress them, you really, however you dress up is how you feel, right? Like how you dress up, how you look physically is how you feel about yourself. And it didn't hit me, you feel me, when it came down to like the dress attire, and I never thought about it, because like at the end of the day, when I was always in my military uniform, I always felt like a fucking badass, because at the end of the day, when I joined the military, my whole mindset was to become a fucking badass, right? I was like, oh shit, I see the Marines climbing the mountains, I'm like, oh shit, that's badass. I want to be badass. So you know what I did? I went and did that. I always felt good in uniform, but when I left the Corps, I never really thought much about it, never gave it any much mind to the fact that I always felt sharp because I always looked sharp, right? I was walking, I was walking the talk, I guess. I don't fucking know. But yeah, man, so we on this journey, you feel me? We going through the process of life, the daily processes that we got to go through, from dressing up, and yeah, so when y'all see this red tie, just know, yo, this nigga's trying. Right now I got some big ass fucking slacks. I don't even know why I'm on here talking all this shit, but I just want to like give you guys a perspective, man. It's all mental. This whole thing is all mental. How you feel about yourself will eventually determine what you do with yourself. You feel good, you will do good things. But if you feel like shit and you're constantly entertaining shitty thoughts, then you're only gonna do shit, man. And I didn't grow up in the wealthiest, financially wealthy, you feel me? We might have been like familial in a sense, but financially wealthy, we were not financially rich, and many of us still are not. And the people that I grew up around, they weren't financially stable or wealthy at all. So for all my peoples, you feel me, that follow me, that grew up with me, that find themselves at a point in life where, you feel me, they're 25, they're 30, and they don't see no fucking future in sight. You got to change your mentality, man. Our vocabulary plays a big part in the decisions that we make in life, in the choices and opportunity that we decide or don't decide to take advantage of. You feel me? I remember when I was young, I hated reading, and I hated reading out loud. I hated standing up in front of the class and reading. And when I got to college, that shit just got even bigger. But it wasn't until I realized that, yo, that fear was only because of shame and embarrassment, the shame and embarrassment that I didn't want to deal with. And the only way to rid myself of that shame and embarrassment of fucking stuttering every other word in a sentence was to educate myself, to read, to force myself to sit down for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and just read. And now I'm here, you feel me? 3 years later, I'm here. I'm like, I'll stand in front of whoever and read with a paper in my face, or I will just speak from my heart, you feel me? And that's just how it is. It starts with an idea, and then that idea becomes an action, you feel me? You gotta mix it with emotions, though, you feel me? It's like when you pray, you can't just pray and like, oh, God, give me this. No, my nigga, fucking mix that shit with emotion. What the fuck are you praying for, and why are you praying for it? You feel me? What are you asking for? Why are you asking for it? How is that answered prayer, that answered desire, how is that gonna change your view, your perspective about life? How is that gonna help you? All right? But if you just like empty words, like, you're just gonna get empty results, and you're not gonna feel comfortable with the results. So, and everything, man. Right now I'm heading to a nice little interview with a prospective partner. So, like, you feel me? A change in vocabulary. I don't no longer look for jobs, right? Jobs are temporary fixes to permanent problems. Life is a fucking problem that we all need to learn how to solve. And that problem is only solved through daily, consistent, persistent, and committed repetition of the good things that we want to see. I've wanted to see myself successful. I've always wanted to be better than what I was, because I know I always had the potential to be better than what I was. Why? Because I will always see people that were better than me. So I never thought that my present predicament was the determining factor in what I did for the rest of my life. When I was in the military and I was fucking tired, yo, I laid on a fucking rock, and most people thought I was comfortable as shit. And in the moment it was an uncomfortable moment, but I made it comfortable. And that's all it is about life, man. You gotta see the opportunity and the obstacle, the good and the bad, just as the bad in the good. You feel me? And that's all it is, man. I may not look exactly or be dressed exactly as I wish I could, but hey, we working. We doing something about it. Like I said, when it comes to jobs, I'm not looking for jobs. I'm looking for prospective partners, you feel me? I'm looking for people that are in need of the value that I have to provide. Because at the end of the day, I don't need no fucking security. I'm not trying to wait a week, 2 weeks to get paid and then be part of these stupid ass commercials that we see people like, why I gotta wait to get... Work on you, man. Work on your field. Plant those seeds. Chop down those weeds that are in your brain and in your heart, you feel me? And start planting some really fruitful things in there. Because, yo, you can do whatever. Literally, you can do whatever you put your mind to. But, like I told my mother, like I tell anybody that I socialize with, and I try to bring a perspective and understanding to of the fucking matters of life, you can't plant a mango seed today and expect to reap the fruits of that seed tomorrow. All right? It takes years. Right now, I got like 3 avocado seeds planted in my house. You know how long it's gonna take for them babies to grow up to the point where they can bear fruit? It's gonna take 3 to 5 years for those things to bear fruit. It's gonna say the same amount of time for your dreams to begin to bear fruit, right? It is all dictated by the efforts that you put forth. We all have the opportunity to be great, but not everybody is going to take advantage of that shit. Some people are going to fear all the greatness that they have the potential to be. And I've never been one, and I will never be one. And I will, to the day that I die, do my best to make other people that are better than me, that have the potential to be better than me, do that and get there if possible, if they're willing to listen, you feel me? If they're willing to become a student, not just a follower, but a student. You study the right leaders and you follow the right disciplines and the right habits and the right teachings. And whatever's not useful, you discard that shit, you feel me? Because we're all here to live our own fucking life and to learn from one another. But that's all I got for you guys for now. Until the next rant, until the next moment that I feel I have a necessity to express some truth, some perceptions, some perspectives of mine, so that in a way I can help you guys. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow. I'm going with what my mind, my heart are telling me, and the guidance that I'm receiving from the universe, you feel me, from God. Because at the end of the day, none of this could ever be possible if not for that cosmic force which gives all of us life, feel me? Which allows us to give meaning to all this meaningless bullshit that we see in life. So, yeah, have a great day, man. Have a blessed day, and may y'all continue to grow, to progress, and every day become more prosperous than the one that came before and the next one.